Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly focus for May the 6th through to the 12th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. And let's turn right to the cards and see what they reveal for us for the upcoming week. A bunch of cards wanted to come out of the middle for some reason. Okay. We've got, look at this, underlying energy is the Three of Cups. This is about joy, laughter, beauty, harmony, celebration. This could be good news coming in. This could be a beautiful wave of good energy coming through your world, your community, your home and family, maybe your work environment. This is getting together with the people that you love and celebrating. We could be celebrating somebody else's happiness, but I think we are celebrating our own happiness in some way. Something happens this week. Something gives us joy. Something brings us together with others and makes us want to bond with them and grow that relationship in harmony and beauty. Our first card would be, look at this, Temperance comes out. Having more by having less. We want a true balance. We want to have the things that we desire, that we want in our life going forward. Absolutely. Not somebody else's idea of a life. So this could impact our relationships, I think. This is a time where we need to maybe have those talks about nurturing or strengthening the relationship, prioritizing a stability or a security within the relationship, to maybe it's growing solid foundations, maybe it's growing strong foundations, enjoying simple pleasures. We don't need to add a whole bunch to our life, to our partnerships, to our relationships in order to create this beauty, in order to create this harmony. It's more about enjoying the simple pleasures in life. Engage in activities that, we do have a Taurus new moon, so engage your senses. Okay, your taste and feeling and smell and hearing and seeing and bringing beauty into your world. I mean, go for a beautiful walk in nature, or have a beautiful romantic dinner together, or cook together, or listen to some kind of music, go dancing for the night. Just revel in the sheer simple pleasures of life in order to bring in that true balance, I believe, this week. In order to bring in the harmony, the beauty in your relationships and your environments that you want, that you crave in some way. We could also be looking at how we align with the person with us. Do we have the same likes? Do we have the same interests? Do we have the same values? If it's a spouse or something, or a spouse to be, your significant other, do they want children? Do they want to live in the city or the country? Do they, do they practice any kind of religion or cultural things? And what do you do? And what do you want to bring into that relationship? And you don't want to give up things, but you want to collaborate, right? You don't want to compromise as much as you want to collaborate and bring things together. Maybe intertwine some traditions going forward. Do you want to cohabitate? Do you want to get married? Where are we building? Where are we cultivating that harmony and that beauty and that sense of balance in our life, and having more by having less? So once again, all the things I said to you was really things that you would do anyways, like eating and turning on the music or taking a walk through nature. Nothing needs to cost a lot of money. There doesn't have to be a lot of material input here in order to create the balance, the happiness you want. Sometimes by going within and allowing to be present in the moment and enjoying everything that is around you is much more priceless than any jewel that you would ever have. We have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is knowing that you are deserving and knowing that you are worthy. This could be something from the past coming in, absolutely. Maybe where you could, maybe it's in your voice, okay? Maybe you were always told to, be seen and not heard, or you had nothing really worthy to say, so shut it already. Close the trap, so to speak. Yeah, something definitely could be in speaking up for yourself or advocating your interests, your needs, your wants, asserting yourself with some kind of authority. Maybe people told you to, quiet it down and stop being that way, and instead of standing in your truth. And so being wanted, or the need of wanting to be accepted and loved, makes us sometimes curtail the way that we would normally approach things. And it's time to be more authentic with yourself, knowing that you are deserving of everything that you want and more. So it's kind of like somebody once told you not to touch the flowers. The flowers were never meant for you. How dare you even think that those flowers are for you? What makes you so special? Kind of energy kind of comes out here. And an angel appears. An angel appears and tells you that those flowers were meant for you all along. Look at how you're pulling back. You're repelled almost in some way. You're almost a little fearful or full of anxiety that those flowers are even so close to you. But yet the angel is telling you that those flowers for you to embrace, to smell their fragrance, to see the beauty, to, what other senses can we go? See them swaying in the wind, whatever it might be, okay? But they were meant for you. That experience was meant for you. That's why you long for that experience. That's why it's always held a special place in your heart or in your mind, in your thoughts. We have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. We want to look at the big picture. I really do think that this is a lot about bringing beauty and harmony into your environment, into your relationships. Being taking ownership or empowering your partnerships, your relationships, or yes, and somehow empowering your space to bring in that beauty, that harmony. I keep hearing beauty, harmony. So this is about your best life ever. And so when you look at your big picture, where is the beauty? Where is the harmony? Where is that? And how do you start today in taking those progressive, positive steps towards those kinds of goals? We have the Tower card, breaking through the glass ceiling. You might be at a stage where people say, well, you're getting old, so, that's the way it goes. You start getting those aches and pains. Or you could take the proactive choice in building a healthier lifestyle for yourself, regardless of what other people say, and reattach yourself to your youth. Okay, we are only as old as we think we are. Most times I'm walking around thinking I'm in my 20s. I'm not. Just in case you needed that clarification, I'm throwing it out there. This is where, people have allowed you to have a crutch. And or maybe it's I'm kind of getting this stress, too much stress, breaking through the glass ceiling. Look at issues where you might feel that you have burnout. What's causing the burnout? Where do you need to bring in the balance? Where do you need to? But it's also going through that glass ceiling, very much like the Six of Cups, knowing that those flowers are now for you. It's kind of like you've lived your life a certain way up to this point, and some things just don't jive with you anymore. It doesn't feel, there's this dissatisfaction, perhaps, is what I'm trying to get at. A dissatisfaction with your work life or your home life or where you live or what the community all about. And maybe you need to break free in some way or bring in some kind of transformation into those kinds of arenas of your life, your professional arena, your community, the home and family, your relationships in particular. Okay, to try and step outside of the box, try and color outside of the lines when it comes to, turning to a healthier focus on your health and your well-being, or addressing some kind of underlying emotional wound that is affecting your well-being. Many people, there's a certain degree of people out there that are heavy set because somebody once said, "Look at you." Like, oh, honey, lose some weight. And you just kind of took that, and you're rebelling because of it. You're like I'm going to know my weight before you have a comment. And you were probably looking great. It was a reflection of their attitude towards themselves rather than directed at you, but they directed it at you and you took it at face value. Once again, we want to be loved, we want to be included, we want to be seen, so we compromise ourselves in some way. And this is about breaking through those compromises. This is about understanding that you don't need to compromise. You need to be the authentic you, stepping into your authenticity and moving forward. Providing self-care for yourself. If something's bothering you, then go to the doctor, okay? Get a checkup. Make sure that it's not something that could become quite serious if you ignore it. Putting yourself first, I think, is probably a lot of this. And where people have told you that you shouldn't be putting yourself first, well, they were wrong. That was, once again, their opinion. You took it, you etched it into stone. It is definitely about breaking through a glass ceiling. We have the Three of Wands. We're looking at new avenues of stepping forward. Maybe it's new behaviors. Maybe it's new habits. And we're looking at how we can do these things, how we can change things. Maybe it's just, starting by walking around the block, and where are you going to fit that into your day? What time frame do you have? Maybe you could do it. Maybe you go to work and it's a plant and you get a half an hour break, and it'll take about 2 laps around the building for your half hour, and just take a walk and stretch your legs and get the blood pumping and feel alive again, and step into some habits and behaviors that you want, very slowly, very practically, but with a sense of purpose, with a sense that this is going to be a long-term thing for me. It's okay if I slip up right now once in a while. Maybe I only got it done twice this week, but next week I'll try for 3. Next week I'll try for 4. I'll keep at it. I'll push myself forward. So it's about setting up some patterns of behavior for yourself that you want to see yourself progressing in. And we'll go over to the second wand eventually. And we'll look at different avenues and different approaches. Maybe we could join the gym, or maybe we could get a walking buddy because we just don't want to walk alone. It's not the safest of neighborhoods or something like that. Or you just want the company. Or you just want to, maybe you feel that you need somebody there to answer to. If you leave yourself to it, you might come up with too many excuses why you don't have to do it today or the next day. So being accountable in some way and adding that to the mix. Eventually we'll move over to the third one. We'll make some choices on how we are actually going to step into this. But for now, we are considering the different ways that we can change our habit, change our behavior, and move forward with a new strength. Page of Cups. This is about dreaming. This is about dreaming it big. This is about allowing in. This is going to touch the romance. So is the Three of Cups there. Temperance will also be touching romance. So let's go a little bit to our love life and just creating the beauty and the harmony and growing it in your mind to, kind of like that Disney fairy tale, right? The happily ever after comes into being. We have the happily ever after card, but that's more turning towards work and career actually on the board. So, this is about, this could be falling in love with somebody. If you're single, could be falling in love with somebody with a whole different kind of cultural background, or you don't even speak the same language, or you don't live even on the same continent. This could be a very magical time when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. Once again, have that candlelit dinner for 2. you know, start bringing in the magic. Okay, just allowing the magic to be present. Okay, go by a waterfall. See if you happen to capture a rainbow within the waterfall. That's a beautiful place. You can usually, on a sunny day, see a rainbow is on a waterfall. So, I mean, go to where there's a waterfall and see if you can embrace the moment of seeing a rainbow. We have the Nine of Swords. So there's too much. It's almost like you're not feeling safe, you're not feeling secure, and maybe you need to prioritize stability and security when it comes to your relationships or when it comes to what you do financially. Okay, if there's not a lot of structure or a lot of long-term sustainability, maybe they go through people like, like there's no tomorrow. There's a big turnover, so the chances of you being there 10, 20 years down the road is probably highly unlikely. Maybe you're only looking for that 5-year window, so it fits perfectly. So we have to look at all the different ways that we can bring in security, sustainability in our environments, in our relationships even. Okay, and feeling that sense of strength, feeling that sense of security. Okay, so what we then need to do is we need to overcome any kind of challenges or any kind of conflicts that we're having within our relationships, right? To start bringing in that balance, to start bringing in that sense of safety, trust, loyalty, security. For work and career, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is she's our gal right now, and really I'm getting this strong money sense with her in how we go forward with our money. So our relationship to money, and is it strong? Have we gone through some bumps and bruises along the way? And so this card would now be telling us that the storm is now over. It is past us. You can see the clouds in the background, but you can see as it gets closer to us, the sky is opened up and the light is coming through, and it's almost a rebirth perhaps in your finances. I mean, look at your budget. Look at how you spend your money. See where you might be wasting money, or see where you're giving it away too freely. Okay, she's very practical with her money. If she has to spend, she will, but she knows what she's spending it on and the value that item holds for her, or that experience holds for her. It could be a trip, right? Where we don't have something tangible, but rather it takes us on a journey. It takes us to somewhere where we can feel a sense of happiness and joy in a way that we can't experience in our own four walls. So it's looking at the practicality when it comes to work and career on where you are putting your effort, where you are putting your focus. Does your job right now match that? Do you need a new money stream? Do you need a new job? Do you want to step into a career of choice? These kinds of things are all on the table, but no, for the majority of you, the storm has passed, or it will be passing shortly. So start making those futuristic plans for your money. And then we have the Empress when it comes to our love and relationships. So she usually shows up in most card decks as very, very, very pregnant. So it's about giving birth to, using your creativity, your imagination, your sense of invention. I want to say adventure, but it's invention. Your sense of invention. Get out in nature, experience the beauty that surrounds you. Get by water. She's very much a very watery, fertile energy. Grow your dreams, okay? It's a fertile energy to grow your dreams, to create your happiness, to create your joy in work, in career. But this is in relationships. So we can make some great strides right now in collaborating with our significant other, with our partnerships, with our spouse, with the people we hold closest to our heart. Maybe we have to clear some boundaries or build some trust. Maybe we need a little bit more of support from them, emotionally, materially. Okay, maybe it is just having those wonderful quiet moments, taking that walk through the forest, or that romantic dinner, or dancing in the rain. The Death card. Where you've hidden yourself, where you've cloaked yourself, And you protect that area of you. You don't let anybody see that part of you. And it's probably a very magnificent part of you. Maybe at one time you didn't want to overshadow somebody else's greatness. You wanted to let them have the stage. But I think you are coming into a time where you need to take ownership of that stage. So, look at things like burnout, okay? Once again, burnout and stresses, the things that are keeping you enclosed in that cape, that covering, hiding yourself from the world, making yourself almost shadow-like, sinking back into the darkness where nobody can see you. It's time to reveal yourself. It's time to explode your authenticity, your creativity, your self-expression. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.